and they struggled to run the football that year. And in the tough AFC, they won 12 games. Then you look at 2009, they lose Marvin Harrison. They're coached by Jim Caldwell. They have the worst running game in the league, and they won 14 games and made the Super Bowl. Then you go to 2010, they were 23rd in points allowed and 29th in rushing. Had a lot of injuries, I remember, that year. Jim Caldwell was their coach, and Peyton got 10 wins. Now, let's not forget, I keep going back to this. When Brady left Brady missed the entire 2008 season after tearing his ACL. That year, the Patriots still won 11 games. And people say, well, they didn't make the playoffs. You're lucky. The 1 year and 11-win team couldn't get into the playoffs. They went 11-5. When 3 years later, in 2011, when Peyton had his neck problems and missed that entire season, the Colts went 2-14. Yeah, I mean, so value. Peyton Manning was clearly way valuable team. He did not have a top 10 coach. I know what Belichick was in Cleveland. I agree, and that's why he's not. That's why he don't even going to start eating. Yeah, it's arguably even more ridiculous to talk about him being the GOAT of coaches than it is to talk about Brady being the GOAT of quarterbacks. But all right, I have Belichick as the 7th best head coach in NFL history. I deduct points from him for having Brady for his entire time and really only being good with Brady. But let's just call it what it is. Even at this time with Cleveland, Belichick is still a great coach. He is still a great coach. His attention to detail is amazing. And the way he prepares his team is amazing. So let's not act. I know what Belichick was in Cleveland, but he is still a great coach. All right, he is still a great coach. You can't deny that Bill Belichick is a great coach. All right. And Bill Belichick, and so that has been a major advantage. Peyton Manning has not had a Bill Belichick. All right, and he had, his defenses were pretty mediocre, and even people will bring up, and then people will bring up, they'll say Peyton Manning got carried to his 2 Super Bowls. All right, well, let's analyze. In 2006, the only reason the Colts made the playoffs that year was Peyton Manning. They would have been a top 10 pick in the draft at best without Peyton Manning that year. Now, in the first 2 playoff games they played against the Chiefs and the Ravens, yes, he did not play well. They won in spite of him. However, he had more to do with them winning the AFC title game against the Patriots in 2006 than the defense did. And he did. The defense might have had a little more to do with him beating the Bears in the Super Bowl. However, Peyton, he at least did enough in that game. Then you look at the 2015 in Denver, in the playoff game against Pittsburgh. He actually played solidly. The receivers dropped like a lot of passes in that game. He wasn't bad in that game. And in the AFC Championship game against Denver, against the Patriots, unlike Brady, he at least played solid in that game. Super Bowl, I'll give you the Super Bowl. Okay? And then don't even get started on this nonsense of Manning being a choker, alright? That I can make another video about that, but I'll just analyze. If you want to go through some of his playoff losses, I'll give you 99 divisional round against Tennessee, choked. And I'll give